Buddy, how you doing? Let me you there, Husky?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
How are you?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you fine. Let me see what the chat is saying. I'm just shutting down some windows. You guys hear me, and do you guys hear Husky? Let's see. You hear me too? Because this was an issue yesterday. I don't know what the heck happened with the darn Streamlabs. Loud. Hear you both well, says Dove. Bobby B says, yup, yup. All right,
What's up,
cool.
Dub Seasons? How you doing, man?
So dude, this is the last, I guess, what do you want to call it? The last members only stream prior to the new year. I'm happy to have you on here.
Oh, I'm happy to be here, man. Thank you.
Those of you that don't know Silver Husky, you probably live in a cave or under a rock. But Silver Husky, he's been on YouTube for, what is it now? Like 2 years?
Kind of,
Kind of.
kind of, because I was on for a while and then I went ghost.
Yeah. How long was your ghost, I get, what do you want to call it?
It was
Your
like
ghost
I think it
time.
was like 8 months.
And then you came back and then you were like full fledged, like, all right, I'm in it.
That's right.
Um, and this too being the last pregame for the last auction of the year. I'm going to show them what is going to be attached to one of the auction items right there. Morbidly obese panda, guys. 1/20th ounce morbidly obese panda. PCGS 70. And this is going to be on tonight's auction as just an added bonus to one of the items. Completely randomized. I wrote the number on the back, and so whoever wins the particular auction item, they get that gold panda. So it should be fun.
So you're saying this panda is going to be attached randomly to one of the items and nobody knows what it is?
Correct. It
Whoa.
could be a poured piece. It could be a bar. It could be something as little as like a barber dime, a slabbed Morgan. It could be anything. Could
Are you
be
going to let
anything.
them know that they won it right, like when they win the item, or
No, at the end. At the
that's
end,
awesome?
yeah. They gotta stick around and see. But if, like, let's say the person goes to bed, I'm not gonna be like, oh no, you have to be here. Like, I'll notify the person and let them know. But it'll be cool nonetheless at the end for everybody to see who the winner is. You know. So
That's awesome, man. Hey, you look sharp in a suit. I like that on the left side.
you like that?
That's
That's not
good, man.
me. I took I took an image of somebody, like some male model, right? And then I just found a picture of me. That's my helmet.
That's a
And then
Tom Ford, isn't it?
was that
That's a Tom Ford.
the suit?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea. It's just I just took a picture of some guy, and then I took the helmet and stuck that on there. But you couldn't
That's
tell.
cool.
See, you thought that was me.
Looks dope.
I do have a suit that is kind of like that. You know,
Yeah, that's cool, man. I got a couple suits. I don't have any with the shiny lapels though.
I used to have like 11 suits,
Holy
but
cow.
yeah, yeah,
That's when you worked for the cartel, right?
that's right. That's when I worked for the cartels, up to my shady stuff. Um, Dove says, I knew those hands weren't yours. He's
Look at that.
watching.
Budget Bullion says he's wearing Tom Ford right now.
Budget, what's going on, buddy? Coin Brothers is here. Aaron Kraus, Ted Jones, 2 is 1. Rose Dragon Coins, Stacking Skier, Sean Paul, Bernard, Silver Streak, and Rico, K Titus. There's a lot of people. A lot of people in here. Silver Vikings. Everybody's getting ready. So, yeah, and now you have your last stream coming up for the year, right?
Right. Yeah, it's getting towards the end of the year and things are kind of busy, with family and all that. We're doing some traveling towards the end of the year, but I'll be doing my last auction of the year this Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern. So for
Nice.
anybody who's not subscribed, hop in there.
Yeah.
Not quite as entertaining as yours though.
I
I
don't know
don't think
about
I can
that.
hold a candle to what you
Yours
do.
is no, dude. You had 80 something people on your Sunday stream.
Yeah, I think that was an accident, man. I don't know how that happened.
There was one night where it was like a month ago. There was like these widespread outages with YouTube for like 2 days in a row,
Mm-hmm.
and the first night it bumped my stream off completely. Roger S, what's going on, buddy? Thank you so much for the $5
Roger.
super chat.
Hey, I
He's
got your package, Roger. Thank you.
Roger's ready. Do you know what Roger did for me? And I have this sitting right here, Roger. You see this, Husky?
What is that?
Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah, it's toned.
You don't remember this one? This is the
Not the
rainbow
toned
one.
one, no.
Oh, so you must have not have been paying attention. This is the second series, okay? And I did 70 silver. There were 30 gold and only 20 of these rainbow. So they're like a purple green kind of color. And almost like an oil slick. And Roger likes binary numbers like 10, 100, 1,000. Like he likes that sort of thing. And
Okay.
all of my Stacking Stormtrooper challenge coins were all numbers 11 except for this rainbow one and I think the silver one of the same series. But everything else was number 11. So I wanted to trade. And so Roger said, okay, fine, I'll send you the number 11 and you send me that binary one. And I said, done. Because I want to have, if I have everything number 11, I want them all to be number 11. I don't know. It was weird. It was bothering me seeing like all of them number 11 except for the one,
Yeah,
it was just really upsetting.
that's wild, man. So how many sets of challenge coins have you made thus far?
5.
5.
So there's been 5 series so far. And everybody knows the 6th one is of that image you're seeing right there on the screen, the chibi. This,
That's cool, by the way.
thank you. So that's going to be the 6th.
And
And go ahead.
Can you release who designed that?
Yeah, my friend Greg Wook. Same guy who's done my Garbage Pail Kids. He did my logos. So he's designed a lot of stuff. Some of the merch on my Teespring he's done. So yeah, he does a bunch of my stuff. So and he's in the 501st Legion with me, which is that Star Wars charity organization. And so I just met him through that. He's up in Canada actually, but I talk to him all the time, and he just designed them for me, and he never wants any money for it or anything. And he actually he does he works for a uranium mining company.
Whoa.
So yeah, so he's like surveying the land, and he's like, I forget what is he like, some sort of like geologist? I forget the exact.
Does he have limbs falling off and stuff?
Not yet.
No.
I think if he did, he would just stick them back together with maple syrup.
That's true.
So, I just sent him money anyway, because I sell, a lot of the stuff I'm selling, a lot of the stuff are his designs, so it's only fair that I, give the guy some cash, and like $100 here is like $1 million Canadian dollars. So he's like,
yeah, for real.
So, but
he's a millionaire.
He's a millionaire. But
hey,
yes.
so you were saying that those are potentially coming in different colors. I hope I'm not like releasing too much, but
no, you're fine. Actually, I don't know if I think I did show them on my last stream. So there's going to be 50 black and whites, and they look just like the real, chibi coin, except this one he's got an angry eyebrow and he's giving the finger. So there's going to be 50 black and white ones. There's going to be 30 of the teal and 20 of the magenta. And so those I know are going to sell really quick, because, who doesn't want an angry stormtrooper giving the middle finger?
that's right.
Each individually numbered. So it'll be 0 through 50 or 1 through 50 for the black and white. 1 through 30 on the teal and 1 through 20 on the magentas. Hey Nilbar, what's going on, buddy? Silver Vikings, how you doing? Moose 2K20. And I already know what I'm doing for the 7th coin. Like, I'm constantly thinking of new designs.
Oh, you've got to, man.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, man, out of everyone that I've encountered, there's some that have a pretty good marketing setup, but I think you've kind of mastered it in how, not just like, for instance, the layout of your, this video right here of your auction coming up, but the amount of time and effort that you put into the stickers, into the garbage pail kids, all those different things that you do to keep it interesting, so that it's pretty much like, every month to 2 months, if somebody's getting something from you, buying something from you, they're getting something new.
Yeah.
So it keeps it fresh.
Yeah. And Roger S, thank you, by the way. Roger S, he has arguably the largest collection of Stacking Stormtrooper stuff. He sent me a picture and I posted it on Instagram. It was like a dining room table completely covered with drawings, the trading cards, the stickers, the different challenge coins. I mean, he's got a lot of challenge coins too.
That's cool.
And I always say how Roger S, he's known me the longest on YouTube. Cause he's known me. Hair clippings says to his one, toenail clippings. But Roger S, he's known me. He's known me. He has known me. Yeah. Or he knew me. Whatever. But he has known me the longest, before I was even a channel. I was just hanging out in another stream with him, and so that's how he and I ended up meeting. And then, I started my own channel, and then I never heard from him again. And then like 5 months after I started the channel, he popped back up. And then I was like, by the way, Roger asked my son, he's saying in mini trooper art, my son drew a drawing, and people bid on it. Roger won.
Whoa.
And so my son, he goes, Dad, I have another drawing that I did. Can you sell it so I can get money? And I'm like, do you want to see what he drew?
Do it,
but
man.
I'm like,
Show
I'm
it.
not doing that. He drew like a little tank.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean,
and how old's your son?
He's 7. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how cool.
Look at that.
I don't know if it's exactly cool, but he's like, he's like, here, can you sell that and then make me money? I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. That was like a one-time thing. Go start your own YouTube channel.
That's sick, man. I'll send you a picture of Little Silver Husky's dragon. He painted a dragon, and it's sick. I mean, I helped him with it, but he did a lot of the brush work on it.
Oh, nice.
It's awesome. I'll send it to you later.
Awesome. Have you ever tried selling one of your kids' drawings on there?
No, I don't know, man. Like, my kids, they're smart, and I don't know if you've seen on my auctions. What we do is I have each one of the kids pick out one of the items that I'm going to put up on the auction, and basically they get all the proceeds from that item. So
yeah,
if I bought it for 40 and it sells for 45, they get $5. But if for some reason it goes up to like 80 or 90, then they just cleared, $50.
Nice.
So it's kind of cool, and they're building up pretty heavy bankroll. I mean, they're in the triple digits, all of them. So
look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that a little husky empire.
Yeah. Yeah, teach them young.
I know. That's why I did that one video talking about it. I mean, could you imagine if when you were a kid, if your grandparents and uncles or whomever were just, instead of giving you cash for your birthday and whatever, just giving you, silver eagles. I mean, even back then, huh? What were you saying?
I said, or a Teddy Ruxpin.
Oh, I had a Teddy Ruxpin, and I remember when it broke. Like, I think like the batteries died or something. I just like beat it to smithereens. Like, I was
peel the skin off it.
Oh, I was like, I wanted to see what was in it. Like, the one eye was lazy, so it was like half opening. But yeah, so I just Teddy Ruxpin, man, it brings me back. Do you watch American Horror Story? It's completely random, but
I don't, man. I don't watch a whole lot of TV.
I typically don't either. There's like no time, but American Horror Story is pretty decent. It's like the same cast in like each season. Um, and I haven't watched like the last few seasons, and I happened to stumble across it on Amazon Prime. And the most recent season was called 1984, and
Hmm.
it's like a throwback to all of the slasher films from the 80s that are all set at like sleepaway camps,
Right.
like in like every single stereotypical, cliche thing is thrown in there, like five counselors, then like, random jump scares. Like it's very, very much like you would expect seeing like Friday the 13th or something. Like the music, they did
Nice.
it. It's pretty cool to see. Stories, they take a turn too. Like they have twists in them, which is kind of interesting. Moose 2K20 is saying, "Don't. I haven't started it. Don't worry. I'm not giving anything away.
Don't give it away.
I'm not giving anything away. It's just the premise of it is 1980s, and it's all like slasher films set, in like a like a cab, like a sleepaway camp or whatever. It's cool. Barbara Carbone is here. Um, I wanted them all. First few are the best, or I watched them all. It says minted AUAG. I like the French Maid in season 1. I don't even remember. Season 1 was so long ago. Budget Bullion says, I miss the 80s. I know. Don't we all?
Seriously, man.
It was like what a great time. I
Good
wonder
music.
if everything.
Yeah.
The shows,
It's
the
different.
toys, everything.
Yeah.
But I wonder if other people like who grew up in the 70s are like, man, I miss the 70s, like how we
I'm
miss
sure
the
they
80s.
do. I'm sure they don't remember the 70s.
Yeah. Too much of the funny ones.
So, can I ask you a question, man? You've transitioned your I guess your method of stacking, etc., from when you first started to now. What caused that shift?
From so it from you mean from like just straight stacking to collecting to like from what to what? Because I've changed a bunch.
Exactly. Like, so what triggered those shifts? What
Okay.
triggered those changes?
So the first thing I got into was stacking just straight up for weight. Very vanilla and boring and bland. Like just silver eagles, American gold eagles, and generics. And that's it. And then, as you see things pop up, I think I saw like the Privateer series, then there was the Zombucks. I'm like, oh, those are kind of cool. Why not get one? Why not get a couple? And then it just kind of snowballed. I was like collecting, like, okay, let me get the next kookaburra to come out and the next koala, like those very, very semi-numismatic things. And then I think what spurred the heavy collecting side was the auction, because I needed to have stuff to sell, and interesting things, but I also wanted stuff for my own stack. So oftentimes I was buying, I'd buy like 3 of those 10-ounce poured Dragon versus Vikings, and then I'd buy like 2 of the Mortal Kombat things, and then I was doing like a full stack video or something, and I just saw the amount of like collectibles that I had, and then kind of like a light bulb went off that, and I've said this to you and other people, that you, me, other people in the community who have auctions, and some people on Instagram, we have kind of already created our exit within, the silver and gold world. Like,
Mhm.
How a lot of people are saying, I want silver, I want the silver gold ratio, the gold silver ratio to tighten to like 60-1 or 50-1. And, when I was selling my silver, I made the video like I'm selling all my silver. Everybody's like, you idiot. You're selling all of your silver too early. It's going to shoot the moon, whatever. But the thing is, and they're like, the gold silver ratio hasn't even closed. But the thing is, like, we've kind of created our own gold silver ratio to be more favorable for us. If your YouTube channel or my YouTube channel was down, we would not be able to get the premiums and the same return that we do right now. So I kind of looked at this collection that I had. I'm like, you know what? Who knows when a channel will be snuffed out from YouTube. You never know what's going to go on with YouTube. You know what I mean? At any time they can just shut a channel down for God knows what. And so I said, I'm going to just unload my collectibles now. I kind of veered too far from just stacking for the weight and just all this collectible stuff. And so that's why I started to sell it. And it was perfect timing too, because that was when people couldn't get a hold of silver and gold because of COVID and everything. So I took that opportunity to sell some of the silver and the gold. And then I kind of, just for storage purposes and everything, it just got to be too much. And so I kind of shifted back to the roots. The only collectible stuff that I own right now would be the Marvel series and the Privateers. That's it. All of the other stuff, like I do have other stuff, but that's just inventory for my auction on my website. So
Sure.
I don't even view that as mine. I have that set aside in a totally different stack. And I know that was a very long, explanation, but that's kind of, why I kind of evolved. Like you see like your tastes shift and change based on, what's happening. Like I'm sure, like I've seen your monster boxes. Like I'm sure, back then you weren't buying the collectible stuff. Like I see the Fafnirs on your screen and the Geigers.
Those are actually paper cutouts that I glued to my wall. They're not real.
Yeah, they're fake. Fake Fafnirs, faux Fafners.
Faux Fafnir.
But like, haven't you seen your tastes change too?
I have. Yeah, I have. Kind of the same. In the beginning, it was strictly weight, trying to get the lowest premium stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I just one by one started picking up these little niceties. But I think the only thing I'm not quite where you're at yet. I do have a handful of pieces that I would say are my they're going to be passed down. They're not for sale. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, do you have any pieces like that?
Yeah, but I don't have like a real deep attachment to any of it that if I were to die and they go to my kids and they ended up selling them, I wouldn't care.
Oh, right on.
You know what I mean? Steve asked me, did you keep the triangles? Yes, I did keep those because that's like a limited, like only 4 of the triangles.
I just got my first triangle.
Which?
Antique Batavia the other day.
So you got the Batavia. That was the first one.
The antiqued one.
Do you have
I think that came out later.
Oh, okay. So you got the regular one too?
No,
okay.
just the antique one.
Because I told I didn't Sean Paul Bernard. The storm was coming. I had to come home to relieve the babysitter, and I was unable to go to the post office. I remember when they came out, like, not this past summer, but the summer before it, I was telling Guido how awesome they were, and he's like, I can't get into them, and I was telling everybody, I'm like, look at these are awesome, and then I was selling them on the auction, and then people started to buy them, like, oh, these are cool.
Yeah, no, they look really cool. I honestly, I was probably in the same boat. I didn't really like them too much in the beginning. I thought it was a little gimmicky.
Yeah,
but then I think what is prevalent in our community is the hype.
Yeah.
People
especially
buy
on Instagram.
If there's no hype around it. It can be an amazing coin.
Yes.
But if no one's talking about it, it's not going to
matter.
gain in premium.
Exactly.
And you look at something like the Queen Anne's Revenge, man, a coin going up to like $90.
100.
It's not crazy special. It's cool looking. But
right. $100 they go for.
I see 2-1 is like, no.
Yeah, hype? No hype. But you definitely, like, that's one thing too. I mean, I could say as somebody who, flips for profit, and so do you, is it's crucial to have, a pulse on the hype. So if you're on Instagram and you don't see much of like any chatter for a particular item, then it's most likely going to be just like a mediocre item. But if you start seeing like, like the Royal Fortune was leaked, everyone's like, oh, do you see the Royal Fortune? Like it's,
Yeah.
So the third in that series, whatever it's going to be, I mean, that's one that people are going to want to back the truck up on,
Yeah.
Like I wish, like I know somebody who bought a lot of Queen Anne's Revenges, and that's why I was able to buy as many as I have. Like I don't have deep pockets like some of these other people. So, I bought, an initial like 6 or 10, and then I reloaded another like 8, and then another like 8, and then another 10, but I know
Right, but
somebody
each time the premium goes up.
oh yeah. And right before the Royal Fortune was released, I made sure to buy like another 10 because I
Nice.
knew as soon as the Royal Fortune was going to drop, the price would go up.
So
So,
what do you have your eye on as far as the next coin that'll do that?
I think the third in that series, and I think that the hype around the Charlie Brown stuff has been pretty strong. So if they were to do another Charlie Brown or like Peanuts, like let's say like Snoopy were to be the
Hmm.
next one, like something like that. I think the Star Wars series kind of tapered off. I think New Zealand Mint's handling of that, like they keep, hey Kayla, they screwed up with that big time. They did like 4 Darth Vaders, out of like the whole series. Like the Wolverine was just kind of like, it was cool, but it's
Yeah,
just like kind of like, it's like the 8th in the series. But so
right.
honestly, I don't think there's going to be much to really rival the hype that the Queen Anne's Revenge and the Royal Fortune got. So
Right.
I would say, right now, I mean, I'm just kind of that's the one I'm waiting on next.
So on the topic of the Charlie Brown, what do you think of that design?
The new the like the 40 or sorry 70 anniversary one.
Both of them, that one, the Christmas one.
I think they're okay. Um, I think I would have preferred it to be handled a little bit differently. It's similar to the Pac-Man.
Yeah,
Um, I don't think it's terrible, but I think they could have just done it a little bit differently. I think what they were trying to do is make it look like a sketch, which it kind of does, kind of
right.
like like wavy lines and stuff. It's not bad. Um,
Those are minted by AppMex. They have their own mint now.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
And by the way, I still haven't heard from their marketing guy with the CEO. He
Oh,
messaged me and he said, "Oh, I have a meeting with the CEO today. I'm gonna follow up with him." And this was like last week, and then I didn't hear anything again. And I messaged, said anything, and he ghosted me, nothing. So I'm like,
geez.
okay, like no skin off my back. There's so many people within the stacking community that dislike AppMex, and I'm like, here I'm providing a platform for them to kind of connect with the people within the community. So, you know,
Yeah.
if you want to ghost one of the few people who's actually working with them, I did that one marketing thing with them. It's like you want to ghost me, fine by me. So,
Yeah.
but
Well, it's the
by
holidays too,
I
though.
know,
I mean, who
uh,
knows?
we got to actually wrap. I'm looking at the time. It's 7:58. We
All
have
good,
the
brother.
auction in 2 minutes, guys. But Husky, I appreciate you pre-gaming with me on the members only stream here.
Hey, thanks for the invite, brother.
Anytime. And I'll talk to you soon. Guys, make sure you check out Silver Husky. He's got his auction on Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss out. And guys, I'll see you in about 10 minutes on